Alright, so in the previous video, we added positive numbers with positive numbers and negative numbers with negative numbers. So if we had 3 good guys and 4 good guys, they got together and now there's 7. And if there was 10 bad guys and 1 bad guy, and they got together, then we'd have 11 bad guys. But what happens when people from opposite teams come around? And by opposite teams, we're going to look back at good and bad Spock. Remember good Spock? No goatee. Bad Spock, goatee. And so when good and bad, one good Spock and one bad Spock get together, then they're going to get into a fight, and they're going to stay forever and ever, and they're going to stay forever in a fight, and nothing's going to happen. Let's show a math example of that. So, you could think this as either like a rival gangs. We have a positive gang, we have a negative gang, or maybe it's like a football team. You have a positive football team, negative football team, or basketball, a one-on-one. And so when we're going to add positive and negative numbers, they're going to pair up, and you're going to see the answer is going to be whatever is left. And so we see one positive here and one negative, and nothing's left. So that's going to equal 0. Here we have an example of 3 plus negative 2. Now technically when you see 3, it's never going to have this positive right here, because it's kind of an unwritten rule that 3 is going to be positive 3. And so I drew, instead of stick figures this time, I drew happy faces, because they're positive and they're happy, and they look at butterflies and pet puppies. Now over here we have 2 negative people. They're all sad and they're like, I hate the world. But that's okay. We won't judge them. So now, when we add 3 good guys and 2 bad guys together, the 2 good guys have to match up with 2 bad guys, and they're going to get into a struggle. And we're left with 1 good guy left. And so, the good guy is really positive 1, but we don't really need to say positive 1, because it's self-explanatory. If you say 1, you mean positive 1. Alright, let's look at our next example. Our next example is negative 7 plus 5. Now in this case, I decided instead of drawing positives and negative faces, I decided I'd draw a positive sign for the positives and a negative sign for the negatives. Now I still got each one of these and placed them underneath this problem, and I saw that if I match up each of the positives with a negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 5 of the negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I'm left with 2 bad guys left. And bad guys, or negative guys, mean that the answer is going to be a negative 2. Now we're going to talk about 0 pairs, which is the next step in this. That makes it a little bit easier, so you don't have to draw 5 positives and 5 negatives and circle them, because it makes it nice and neat. So I'll see you in the next video.